All right, it's recording.
Hey, Shalom, brothers. All praises to
Yeah,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shah.
Yahweh Shah.
Hey, double honors to the apostles and the elders that rule well. Peace and blessings to you, brothers out there that's kicking his word and sincere the truth. We're the brothers from GMS Dallas Camp. We wanted to come out with a public service announcement, if you will, that 2/3 of our people are going to be destroyed, man. Jacob's tribulation is coming, man. If you're paying attention to what's happening in the media, you know, in the news, uh, you're seeing that Esau is using that media to paint Jake, which are we say Jake Israelites, mainly Judites, which are you so-called Negroes, as the face of terrorists now, man. You know, and with all these other camps, you know, basically taking a gift that destroyed their heart, they're in league with the so-called white man. They're putting themselves in harm's way. But we're commissioned to tell our people that there's only one way to come up, which is the truth, you know, in the word of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, man, you know, and I'll admonish those people that aren't following that way, man, you know, and let them know that destruction is coming soon, because guess what? We're getting that blood off of our own hand, man, you know, because we're the watchmen, you know. Real quick, I know this off topic. Can somebody give me Ezekiel 33:7?
I'll
It's
get it.
real fast.
This is Ezekiel 33:7. It says, So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
That's right.
Therefore, thou shalt hear the word at my mouth and warn from them and Salaki and warn them from me.
That's right. So we're here to tell our people, you know, to get right, or Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah is going to destroy them, man. It says to warn them of me. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
The Most High is telling us, has given us his ways, his law, statutes, and commandments, man. You know, and if we don't abide by it, you know, he set watchmen up to tell the people to get right, man. You know? And that's what we do, you know, on the highways and byways, and with these lessons that we put up. We ultimately be telling our people to follow the will and the way of the true power, which is Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah, man. You know, go ahead, up.
Verse 8, it says, When I say unto the wicked, O wicked man, thou shalt surely die, if thou dost not speak to warn the wicked from his way. That wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand.
That's right. That's right.
It says,
so if you know the truth, man, you know that, you know, the lost tribe of Israel is the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You know, and also we've been scattered abroad, you know, and you know, there's a lot of Israelites that look like different nations, but are Israelites. If you believe what the apostles and the elders preach or have been preaching for centuries, for decades, man, then you need to be out there warning your people, man. Not in your living room, you know, not, you know what I'm saying, on comment boards, but actually getting out there and teaching, man. You know, or lest at least their blood be on your hand, man. And the Most High is gonna hold you accountable for that knowledge that you know. Go ahead, out.
It says, Therefore, O thou son of man, speak unto the house of Israel. Thus ye speak, saying, If our transgressions and our sins be upon us, and we pine away in them, how should we then live?
Did you read verse 9 already?
Like I may have skipped it, so like it, brother. I'll start
okay.
over.
No,
Ezekiel,
you're fine. This is 9, if you can, brother.
Ezekiel 33:9, it says, Nevertheless, if thou warn the wicked of his way to turn from it, if he do not turn from his way, he shall die in his iniquity.
That's right.
But thou hast delivered thy soul.
That's right, man. Hey, so that's what we're trying to get. We're trying to deliver our soul out of this sad prayers that are coming to the planet Earth, man. You know, to the city of Babylon, which we know is America, man. You know, because when that day come, man, it's gonna be straight and pure destruction out here, man. There's gonna be many ways that a person dies, man. Chiefly by the sword, pestilence and famine, man. You know. So
That's right.
go. If anybody has something to say, go ahead, brothers.
Yeah, because I was just gonna add, man, that's why the scriptures talk about that charity covered the multitude of sins, because going out teaching the elect this word, and ultimately just all these people giving that warning from the Most High. Hopefully, we storing treasures in heaven. We're being charitable, making our bodies a living sacrifice to serve Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know.
God.
That's right, man. That's the only way we gonna. If I say this, that's the only way we gonna get back in His good graces, man. And to do what He told
That's
us,
right.
man, and to seek Him 10 times more, as the scriptures say. Because we in the doghouse right now. We are the doghouse, so we working on trying to get out of there, man. Okay, and so that's the only way is to do what He said, and then do it to the best of our ability, and put everything else aside, man. Put aside your pride, what you got, what you're holding onto in the world. Okay, anything that you deem precious to you, man, you gotta put that to the side, man, and come out here and do the work and get the blood off your hands. Especially if He gave you the knowledge in there, He gave you top shelf knowledge and push you on a higher level. The scriptures say, what that becomes, the more knowledge you have, there's a greater responsibility. Those are paraphrasing, man.
That's right.
You know, that's why I say, woe unto me if I preach not the gospel. That means destruction. You know,
Kind, brother.
you know. So I had
That's
this.
right.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just agreeing with you, brother.
Kind of. Yeah. So if anybody else had a scripture for you, so we talk going into the perils now and what's going on.
Kind.
This is Jeremiah chapter 30, and I started verse 6. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Okay, this is a future prophecy here. All right.
That's right.
So I'm going to read that again. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doth travail with child.
Hold on.
God, man.
Okay.
So pretty much, that day, you're gonna have even them tough guys screaming like pretty much screaming like little girls, because
That's
of
right.
that day, because of that sorrowful day that's gonna come upon them, that tribulation.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's what's going to happen. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned to paleness. So, like the brother said, man, why this is a future prophecy that Jeremiah seeing, and he's asking me, what's going on? Why is all these, like the brother said, all these tough guys, these Joe Blow sisters, these MMA wannabes, these wannabe Billy Badasses, these hard niggas, all that stuff, Well, why are they cowering down like women now? Why are their faces turning white? All the color coming from their face, man. He's asking this. And this is why. Verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. All right. So that's the time that the brothers are talking about what we're going into. Okay, we're coming into the time of Jacob's trouble, man. All right, Esau's about to crack down. All right, he's about to make his move. Why? Because the Revelation chapter 12 tells you that he has a short time. Okay, and he knows that the grips of his kingdom is loosening according to the spirit.
That's right.
So now what he's going to do? He's going to have a major hissy fit. And he's going to take it out on these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, he ain't going down alone. That's how crazy he is. Esau, if he's going down, he's going to take as many as he can with him, man.
That's
And
right.
chief is going to be the nation of Israel, man. So even you guys that made a league with Satan, all right, you other camps that sold out, that's not teaching the full truth, y'all not exempt. Okay, y'all gonna be the first ones. So y'all gonna be an example. He's setting y'all up for the failure anyway. He's using y'all to have an excuse to make a move on everybody else. Okay, but y'all don't even see that, man. Y'all so blinded by your own pride, and really it's the Most High not dealing with y'all. Okay, but y'all so pride by being in the world and your own vain beliefs and what y'all want, and your vain envy of the apostles. Okay, that you can't even see that, man. That you run into the damn devil, man. You run into the enemy.
That's
Okay?
right.
That's gonna be your downfall, though. The strength of Egypt is gonna be your shame, man. Okay,
That's right, my brother.
Hey, can I get a precept?
Connor.
If nobody else, or would you finish with church, y'all rather?
Connor, I was finished.
This is Isaiah 30:1. It says, woe to the rebellious children, said the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. And that's what I was just talking about earlier, man. Charity, that it covers a multitude of sins, man. And our people ultimately at the end of the day, 2/3, they don't want to be covered, man. When we go out and preach the word, teach them the sound solution to how to receive that covering by repenting and having faith in that belief on Yahweh Shah, man. But our people want to continue to follow in the ways of Babylon, man. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to get caught up in all these different devices, man, because our people have been set in comfort and they want this place to continue so they can continue in wickedness, you know? But it says, I'm going to read verse 2. It says, that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked out at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. You know? Because even ancient Egypt, the Lord showed us a great deliverance, man, by destroying our enemy. You know what I'm saying? He had us set on land. Our feet didn't even get wet. And our people were complaining and wanting to go back to ancient Egypt. And it's the same thing here today. The men of the Lord, all through the spirit and inspiration of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, we come out preaching the gospel of salvation and how we going to get out of this predicament. But our people's mind is stuck in the new Egypt, man.
Right.
Great Babylon, you know? But they're going to be destroyed. And a lot of these fake prophets, you know, pastors, fake Israelites that's teaching false doctrines, they're going to have a lot of blood on their hand because, like we started off, for men who know what they're supposed to do, we have a great responsibility, man, to shed that light, to give our people a chance who are set up to receive it. You know? So it's going to start with the men who know, and then on down to just the other 2/3, you know, who just caught in wickedness, you know?
Right.
Hey, can I get a real quick one? I'm going to read it.
Come on, brother.
This is Sirach 12. I'm going to get straight to the point. 12 and 13. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts?
Right. So who's gonna pity that, man? Who will pity you if you that close? If you a charmer and you dealing with the snake, okay? Who's gonna have pity on you because you right there, man? Anybody knows that you're really not supposed to be right there close, and especially no snake or no type of wild animal, man. We don't have the dominion like that, you know. So who's gonna have pity on that? No one's gonna have pity on you. Why? Because your ass shouldn't have been that close. You know. Go ahead, bro.
That's right. I believe that was it. No, it's more. So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity?
Read that one more time.
Gone. Verse 14. So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity?
Right. So who's gonna pity? No one's gonna pity the men of the Lord, especially Yahweh Shemel Shah is not gonna pity 2/3 of our people, man, because that's going to Esau.
That's right.
Never trust thine enemy. So you're gonna join hand in hand with the devil, man, being defiled with his wickedness. Okay, ain't nobody gonna pity you, man, once you get struck through and thrust down that day. All right, because when you read up a few verses, it says, "Never trust thine enemy," man. It breaks down how Esau
right,
has never been with you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, so no one's gonna have pity when you're defiled with the wickedness of America, man. All right, trying to seek after the benefits of America, their 501c3. Okay, their benefits as far as welfare, food stamp, things like that, relying solely on the so-called white man thinking you made it. Okay, thinking you want to establish a kingdom in this place, man. Ain't nobody gonna have no pity on Jake in that day who's trying to do that, man. All right,
That's right.
It's gonna be a rejoicing over them being put to death. Why? Because they holding up progress for the elect. All right, they holding up everything else for us to get the hell out of here, man, and establish a righteous kingdom. You know, so no one's gonna have no pity on that day. The Lord willing, we gonna rejoice in that day when that happens. You know.
And if I could also say, we as having that understanding of their wickedness, we know that ultimately the reason, trusting their enemies and doing all these wickedness is their own fault. So we have, and the Most High gave us that understanding, right? So I want to read this real quick. This is Jeremiah chapter 11. I'm going to start at verse 17. For the Lord of hosts that planted thee have pronounced evil against thee, for the evil of the house of Israel and of the house of Judah, which they have done against themselves, to provoke me to anger in offering incense unto Baal. Right? And verse 18, and the Lord had given me knowledge of it, and I know it, then thou shewest me their doings, you know. So we ain't gonna feel sorry for them, man, because we have that wisdom and understand that to know and to pretty much decipher that these people are in the condition that they're in that condition because they put themselves in the condition, you know, trusting the enemy, trusting these goddamn devils,
Mm-hmm.
you know, uh, celebrating holidays, eating pork, whatever it might be,
That's right.
you know, they did it unto themselves, so the Most High pronounced it against them, you know.
That's
That's right,
right.
my brother.
That's right.
That's
That's
right.
right. Okay.
That was pretty much it on that.
Hey, may I get another one for you,
Con.
Royal
Come on.
or whoever? This is Isaiah 36:6. Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, wherein if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh king of Egypt to all that trust in him.
Right. So if you leaning on, like I said, a broken staff or a broken reed, or you lean on something that's not stable, that's what's going to happen, man. It's going to go through your hand, and you're going to injure yourself. Okay. That's the same way that happens with our Jake in America, man. Leaning on the so-called white man, his military might, his power, his system, trusting in him. Okay, you're gonna have an injurious outcome, man. And it's gonna be more
That's
than
right.
just getting your hand thrust through on a broken staff. All right, you're gonna be thrust through with a sword. All right, you're gonna be shot down the streets. Okay, you might be taken down to race riots. All right, famine. Okay, an actual famine that's coming. Okay, or ultimately the main sword, the nuclear missile. You know that's gonna be an outcome for leading on this wicked society, man. Because this place is not stable here, and it is not gonna last. Okay, that's why when the brother read Isaiah 30, it said the strength of Pharaoh is going to be your shame. Okay, because so-called white man, he has no strength here. All right, it's all just an illusion, man. He was just set up by this Yahweh Shem Yahushua to punish the nation of Israel. All right, to show us how not to run the kingdom. We in captivity, man. He's our jailer right now. Okay, but leaning on this society, man, it's going to get Jake killed, man. That's why it says arise and depart. This ain't our rest, man, because it's polluted. This place it will destroy you. Okay,
That's right.
and so leaning on this place, man, you gonna be our people in a destroyed state right now. Okay, they're in a dead mindset. Okay, according to Proverbs 21:16, they wandered out of way of understanding. Okay, leaning on America. So now they walk around dead as hell in the spirit, just like the rest of these zombies, man, with no life in them. Why? Because they refuse to go after their true covering, their true power, and their true source of life, which is Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Okay, and so that's what we had to tell our people, man. All right, alluding to when the brother
Hey,
first brought out. You know, go ahead.
now I was just saying I want to finish one out I was reading earlier, and then I got a quick one, brother.
Okay.
This is Isaiah 30 and 3. It says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. So that's what our people finna be brought to in the latter times, man. They didn't trust it in this whole reserve banking system to where they really think whatever they working and investing in so-called is going to hold state. But Esau, man, he's got our people in the trick bag, and it's going to be their confusion, because the scriptures talk about in Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge, that shall be the stability of the times, man.
Con.
Knowing who you are, knowing what power to serve, man, knowing what rules and regulations that power expect for you to keep. You know what I'm saying? Those are the things that our people are removed from, man, and it's all because they trust in Satan. But I got one more quick one, and you brothers can break it down any way y'all want to. This is Proverbs 23:1. It says, when thou sittest to eat with the ruler, consider diligently what is before thee. It says, and put a knife to thy throat if thou be a man given to appetite. And that's what our people, man, because nobody's greedier than Esau. We could read Obadiah, Job. There's so many scriptures that qualify the greediness of Esau, but that is translated into our people, man, along with another demon, which is called pride. You know?
That's right.
That's right. In this world, you're supposed to, that's beautiful, because in this world, you're supposed to get what's sufficient for you. Kind of like when you're eating, healthy. You don't overeat and overindulge. Say you're having a cheat day, you might have, if it's two small burgers that's cooked well, the mom and pop stores that cook them little small burgers and it's cooked well. You might overindulge, get two of those, if you just doing your thing. But if you being considerate about your weight, what I'm saying, what you need, and the nutrition that you need, you're gonna be very calculative of what you eat, what I'm saying, every day.
Mm-hmm.
Case in point in the world, man, you getting what you need was sufficient, for you.
Mm-hmm.
Some brothers might have businesses, some brothers might not have a business. Some brothers might have a low paying job, but it's what they need in order to get by in this society,
Mhm.
you know. But
That's right.
they see this illusion of money, and they fall in all the ways of the so-called white man in order to obtain it, man. And it's
That's
end
right.
up destroying our people, man. That's why it
Hey,
says a gift destroyeth a heart in
that's right, brother.
Ecclesiastes. You see?
Mhm.
That's right.
Hey, I got a precept for you, my God. Um,
Con.
it's 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 31. And they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of
That's
this
right.
world passeth away. So like,
That's right,
like
man.
oh, you can break down
Go
that.
ahead. I apologize.
No, you good, bro. I brought it up for you, so go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So, you know, of course you're going to use certain perks in this world. You're not going to abuse the world. You're not going to try to be the guy on top and, balling out and then, and have millions and millions of dollars. That's not the case, man. You will get what you need, you know, and that's it, man.
Yep, yep. So you
Yup.
considering those
Because
things.
we're looking
Oh,
for a new heavens. We're storing up a new heaven, man. I mean, treasures in heaven, man.
that's right.
The true treasure is this word, man. Is understanding the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man, and preaching it to the best of your ability. You know,
Mhm.
that's
Yeah.
what That's what
Yup.
it is, man. That's what that's what we're commissioned to do. You know, at least alluding to Ecclesiastes the 12th chapter. That's the whole duty, man. You know, but our people have gotten sidetracked. And they want to please their flesh, and within pleasing their flesh, they're going on with they're going along with all the philosophies of this world, man. You know, and that's why our power, has a problem with them, man. And soon he's going to eradicate 2/3 of our people, man. You know, because they're falling out the way that's not of the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
That's right, man.
Yeah. Hey.
Con,
Yup. Because the scriptures also talk about trust not in uncertain riches, man.
That's
And
right,
our
my brother.
people have built so much of a stake in this place, man, that they don't give any glory to the Creator, man, to the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man, for whatever they get in their life that's beneficial to their, so-called state of health, you know. But it's to a point now, people are so in cahoots with the devil, they forgot that Esau is our actual enemy, man, in the
I
flesh.
forgot.
You know what I'm saying? And that when things get tight for Esau, man, he's gonna really show his true colors on our people.
Mhm.
That's what our people are not prepared for either, man.
Yep, that's
So
right.
that's why
Oh,
can I finish this real quick?
con.
This is back in Proverbs 23 and 2. It says, "And put a knife to thy throat if thou be a man given to appetite." It says, "Be not desirous of his dainties,
Mm,
for they are deceitful meat."
mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we're not supposed to really be covet. You're not supposed to covet anything of another person's anyway, but especially the damn devil, because you should understand how he obtained what he has, which is by rape, robbery, murder. The thief cometh not but to kill, steal, and destroy, like it tells you in John 10, man. But our people have forgotten that we have an enemy on the earth, the so-called white man, Esau, which is the physical counterpart to the spiritual demon Satan. He's about to really unleash his horns, man.
Mhm.
You know, and even with brothers in the faith, man, we about to become a prey for trying to be righteous, man, like it tells you in Isaiah the 59th chapter.
That's right. That's right. Uh,
You know,
con. If I could also say, all these things that are gonna come upon us, all these, we're gonna have to really have like a huge amount of faith, to overcome those things, especially during Jacob's trouble. That's why Yahweh Shai came. Well, one of many reasons why Yahweh Shai came, so we can learn to follow, to have an example. Because Yahweh Shai overcame the world. And here if I could bring out the scripture right here real quick, John 16 verse 33. These things I have spoken unto you, that in me you might have peace. in the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer, I have overcome the world. You know, and that's what that's the example we gotta follow, man. We gotta overcome this flesh, you know, and or to the best of our ability, you know. Of course, you know, Yahushua didn't sin, but you know, we should at least try to steer clear of the ways of the world as best as we can, you know.
Con.
That's right. That's right. That's why because why was a friend. The scripture saying James that friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High. All right,
Con.
That's right.
so who's running the world right now? Esau, man. So if you're a friend of the world, man, you're an adversary, man, because you a friend with Satan, man. So that makes you an adversary. All right, that's why the Lord told the scribes and Pharisees who were trying to be league with the oppressor, ye of your father the devil, man, and lust of your father you would do. And so the Most High is determined to destroy Esau, man. But like I said, but
That's right.
Jake want to go hand in hand with this place, man, and be hand in hand with it, man. They gonna get put to death, man. All right, that fire's gonna transfer over to their ass. Okay? And I actually had this precept for what the brother Yadakar had brought out about about the choosing the devil's dainties and want to go after his meats. You know, it's Proverbs chapter 3
Uh-huh.
verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. Okay,
That's right.
so that's what our people have done, man. They're envying Esau so much, man, that they're choosing all his ways, man. Not moving in this life through understanding, man, and not considering that this is the devil, man. All right, he's not considering that he's messing everything up. He's destroying the people. He's destroying the earth. He's destroying himself. And now people are envious of that. Why? Because he's ruling for a short time, man. But they don't have the spiritual eye to see that, man. This destructive way is not going to last, man. Okay? If you
That's
believe
right.
in the higher power, Yahweh Bashim Shah is not going to allow this place to last. You
That's
know?
right, my brother.
That's right.
But that's it. That's all I had on that, you know?
Con. Uh, I had one in James 16. It's kind of long, but if you know if we want to, we could. I could just make it short and sweet for you.
Hey,
You know.
it's all good, bro. We ain't got no time. That's what we're here for. Do the work.
Okay. 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 Uh,
Okay.
this is James 16:4. Actually, let me read up.
You and
This
Jeremiah or James?
Jeremiah 16. I'm
Oh, okay.
sorry.
Come,
Thank
come.
you. In 4. Uh, yeah, 16:4. They shall die a grievous deaths. They shall die of grievous deaths. They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth.
Right. Our people
They
so it's like start talk that one more time, bro.
kind of slot. They shall die. Slot. I think I'm muffling my mic. They shall die a grievous deaths.
Mm-hmm.
They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth.
Right. That's what's gonna happen to our 2/3 of our people, man. All right, they're gonna die of grievous deaths. All right, that's why I think we had it on deck. Second Edge 9. They shall know death by pain. Okay, so they gonna die of something terrible, man. But the Most High has different avenues set up to how Jake is gonna get put to death, man. And they're not gonna be lamented. Why, man? Because what? They was wicked, man. They didn't want to get right. All right, they didn't choose the fear of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. And they're gonna be as a dunghill. Why? Because no one's gonna be around to bury them here in America, man. All right, this place is going to be filled with dead bodies. That's why Revelation tells you that the blood is going to be likened to a horse's bridle. Okay, that's representative of a lot of death, man, that Yahweh Shimon Shah is about to issue out amongst the wicked of our people. Okay, because like I said, ain't nobody else going to be around to bury their asses. Why? Because other people going to be getting put to death as well. And then from there on, then this place is just going to be burned up. Okay,
That's
go
right, brother.
go ahead, Doc.
Come, come. And they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth.
Right,
For thus,
their carts gonna be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth, man. So in the midst of while we in Jacob's trouble and we in time of martial law, hell, you gotta remember that it's gonna be all type of stuff going on. The zoos are gonna be shut down, they're gonna be destroyed. So they're gonna be wild animals. There are already wild animals out here. Okay, so they're gonna be buzzards. So they're gonna be eating off of our people, man. All right, a random hungry lion's gonna see a dead person that's half dead or whatever, one of our people. Okay, they're gonna be food for that in that day. Because why? That's what Yahweh Shema Shah chose for that particular person. Go ahead, bro.
Come. For thus saith Yahweh, enter not into the house of mourning, neither go to lament, nor bemoan them, for I have taken away my peace from this people, saith Yahweh, even long loving kindness and mercies. Both the great and the small shall die in this land.
Right.
They shall not be buried, neither shall man lament for them, nor cut themselves, nor make themselves bald for them.
Right. So we're not gonna worry about those people in that day, man. The Most High ordained them to be put to death. That's why the angel told Ezra to worry about and seek men that be such as like unto thee. Don't worry about how the ungodly don't perish. All right. That's of
That's
no
right.
that's of no concern. Why? Because they're dead men walking. All right. Dead women walking. Dead kids walking. All right. We got to worry about the men that are trying to obtain life everlasting. Okay, that are trying to live and make it out of this thing. That's what we got to worry about. So no one's going to care about 2/3 of our people that's going to get trodden down the streets. Why? Because that's what Yahweh Shema Shah ordained for them. Okay, you go ahead, Doc. Okay, I think his phone froze up.
Who's?
Mike Allah.
I don't see
Okay,
him.
kind. I still see him,
Yeah, but
but it look
it
froze
look
still. Yeah.
froze. Well, while he's trying to get it back on, can someone continue where we was at in that Jeremiah 16 then?
Okay, I get it.
Let's see.
You got it, Aqua?
Yeah, I got it. Jeremiah 16 and what?
He started at 4. So you can start.
I got you.
Got it?
It said Jeremiah 16:4. It says, "For they, Salakia, they shall die of grievous deaths. They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth."
Right.
It says, "For thus saith the Lord, enter not into the house of mourning, neither go to lament nor bemoan them, for I have taken away my peace from this people, saith the Lord."
Right. He taking his away. He
Even
taking away his peace from the people, man. All right. So he took away a covering for them. He left them to their own devices, man, for them to be put in this situation to be put to death. Okay. Go ahead.
it says, it says, "For I have taken away my peace from this people, saith the Lord, even loving kindness and mercies.
Mm-hmm.
Both the great and the small shall die in this land.
Oh,
They shall
oh,
not be buried."
both the great and the small. So from the smallest people that didn't really make a life out of themselves in this society, on up until your Jay-Z's, your Beyonce's, okay, to people that are middle class, from the richest to the poorest, the ones that the Most High not dealing with. Hey, man, he has death set up for them. All right, their money is not
Hey,
gonna save them. You know.
and if I could say this, that backs up Ezekiel 9:4.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Those that are without that mark, the Y, which is that exemption from that judgment that the Most High gonna cast out.
Right.
Everybody's subject to that flame of that judgment, man. If you don't got that mark, man, at the Y, that exemption from judgment, and that include even us, man. That's why we say we go out in hope and faith that the Most High gonna show us mercy when that time comes.
That's right.
You know.
That's right.
Khan, after that, the Most High told you in Isaiah, specifically talking about chapter 5, he told you what he was going to do. He was going to take away that hedge. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get it real quick. This is Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 5. "And now go to, I will tell you what I will do to my vineyard," and that vineyard being Israel. "I will take away the hedge thereof, and it shall be eaten up, and break down the wall thereof, and it shall be trodden down." And that's what the Most High did, or he's what he's doing and what he's gonna do in that day. He took that hedge thereof, so now you're gonna be like it says in that in Revelation, them birds are gonna come down for that supper.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. Because the Most High is not dealing with everybody on this side, man. Okay, he's just not. He's dealing with the Israel of the God when you're reading Galatians, the 6th chapter. All right, so that's the only one he's worried about, man. Everyone else, he's took his spirit off of and left them to their own devices, like I said earlier. Okay, I guess we can go back in that Jeremiah.
Okay, kind of. This is back in Jeremiah 16, and I left off at verse. I'll read verse 7. It says, verse 7. It says, "Neither shall men tear themselves for them in mourning to comfort them for the dread. Neither shall men give them the cup of consolation to drink for their father or for their mother."
Mm-hmm.
So it ain't gonna be no compassion amongst these people, man. You know what I'm saying? When that time comes, like, because it's gonna be so much death, everybody's just gonna be pretty much like desensitized to that reality.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be like a numbness, so to speak. People gonna be walking around like zombies for real.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be.
Except for Salaki.
No, go ahead, bro. No, go ahead, finish what you're saying. That.
Nah, I was finished, bro.
Oh, okay. And I was just backing you up. Yeah, like the brother said, everybody's gonna be desensitized to everything. It's just gonna be like, oh, the other person got shot in the head. At first it's gonna be like, everybody's gonna run and scream and lose it, but then after a while, I mean, it's gonna be so much death in the air, man. Like I said, everybody's gonna be just desensitized. It's gonna be like, another day.
Who gives a damn?
Yep, that's how it's gonna be, man.
That's right.
And it's already getting to that point, actually. To where like people are seeing, you see stuff on World Star, people are hella desensitized to certain things now. And it's only gonna get worse here. People get beat up, get their head split open. No one cares. Everyone wants to pull out their phone versus calling 911 or see if that person's okay. Everyone's looking for the next World Star moment right now anyway. And it's only gonna get worse as the times we're coming in, man. When we start coming to the immense judgment for Jacob, all right, that's what's gonna happen. Okay, you go ahead. Right?
Okay, back in verse 8 it says, "Thou shalt not also go into the house of feasting to sit with them to eat and to drink. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, the power of Israel, behold, I will cause to cease out of this place in your eyes and in your days the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, bridegroom and the voice of the bride." It says, "And it shall come to pass when thou shalt show this people all these words, and they shall say unto thee, wherefore hath the Lord pronounced all this great evil against us?"
Right. So we that's what we're after doing now, man. All right. The same thing as the prophets of old did in the days of old. That's what we're doing right now. We're out here prophesying these same things, what the scripture said, man, about all these said perils that are coming. All right. And so it said when all the people ask, or whenever people come up to us and ask us why we on the corner yelling, why we got certain signs out, all right, while we speaking the way we are, we supposed to give them a certain reply. Go ahead, Art.
It says, "Or what is our iniquity? Or what is our sin that we have committed against the Lord our power?
Mm-hmm.
Then shalt thou say unto them, because your fathers have forsaken me, saith the Lord, and have walked after other gods, and have served them, and have worshipped them, and have forsaken me, and have not kept my law."
That's what we're supposed to tell them, man, because we went off, man. All right. The fathers of old went off, and that's why we're under the curses now, and our people are continuously going off. So that's what we're out here doing, man. That's why Isaiah 58:1 says, "Cry aloud and spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show Jacob their transgressions, man, and the house of Israel their sins." So that's what we're doing, man. When we come out here and cursing Jake out, and speaking the way we're doing, preaching the doctrine that we preach, man. We're supposed to give an answer for that. They get the blood off our hands, tell them where they're going off at, back it up with the scriptures. Okay, in the hopes that they may be of the elect, but if not, then they're gonna be one of those same people that get trodden down, what no one's gonna give a damn about in that day. Okay, that should be it on that, right?
I'll read the 12th verse. This is Jeremiah 16 and 12. It says, "And ye have done worse than your fathers. For behold, ye walk every one after the imagination of his evil heart, that they may not hearken unto me." And that sums up our people, man. Our people are so self-willed. They with their whole YOLO spirit, do as thou wilt. They basically have took on the spirit of our enemy, man, with Shaitan, Satan.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these Edomites, man. Just basically fulfilling all of those wicked appetites and, man, whatever lust you want to fulfill on this side now, and not having any regard for any judgment of the power that created you in the first place, you know?
Con. That's right. You know. Uh,
I got,
yeah, one.
yeah, because you had quoted it earlier, but I was holding it. I'm just going to read it now.
Okay.
This is 2nd Ezra 8:1. It says, and he answered me, saying, the Most High have made this world for many, but the world to come for few.
All right. So the Most High made this world for many, man. That's why there's almost 8 billion people on the planet right now. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. But the world to come is gonna be for few. Who is that? The elect. Everyone's on this side right now to get their judgment on this side, man. That's the only reason why there's so many people on the planet Earth right now. Okay.
That's right.
And that's why there's so much judgment going out day in and day out, man. People are dying in crazy ass ways, man. Had a dude, the brother posted on the Jamaica dude died getting some box from a chick, man. Going so hard that the car rolled down the hill, man. In the middle of having sex, man. How crazy is that? You had a chick that dodged a train on one side and get ran over by another train. You know?
Yep.
Most sides passing out judgment in every shape, form, or fashion right now. Okay? Was it?
Hey, and
Yeah. Right?
and I love this scripture. If I can say this, like, I love this scripture. Anytime, like, we out preaching and people ask, like, what we're about, this should be what we give them in a nutshell, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is the whole essence of why we do what we do.
Yeah.
In the spirit that we do it, of course, out of that fear. But this is why. I'm gonna read it again. This is 2nd Ezra 8:1, and he answered me, saying, the Most High had made this world for many, but the world to come for few. When you just quoted the number, it's almost I'm gonna just say over 7 billion people on the earth. So knowing that the Most High only gonna deal and save a few, you know it's got to be a lot of death. And knowing that, if you any type of man of logic, you're going to be trying to fall in line with the power who has the ability to save from that judgment.
That's right.
And that's the same lot we coming in, man. It's not an extreme thing when you really think about the reality and just the spiritual nature of what's happening right now.
Yeah. You know, life is extreme, man. The way people are dying, they're extreme. The Most High is sending spirits on the earth to just to put people to death. Okay, World War III is coming to where it's going to be the most extreme fight that you've ever seen in your life, man. To where the earth is going real to and fro off its axis, man. That's extreme. Okay, that's why the scripture says, through the terror of the Lord, we persuade men, man. The Most High is terrible, man. He's the king of terrors. Okay, and he's about to manifest every single nightmare of every wicked nigga on the planet, man. And have them die of their worst fears, man. The Most High is about to get busy on niggas. Okay. Was that it on that?
Yeah, I want to jump to like one more verse in that same chapter though.
Con.
Just to back up the point, man, because that we being desensitized too, just men as we gather more experience in this truth, man, in this faith. Like, you know, when you first come into the truth, you compassionate for your people. You want Jake to somehow get it, even though you know Zechariah 13:8. That scripture's always there, but you know, that's just our nature, man. We have an affinity towards our people, but the more you grow and understand the word of the Heavenly Father, you understand that 2/3 of our people, they not built for any type of salvation. You can't build a kingdom with them.
That's
so
right.
You just you accept the will of the Heavenly Father that they gotta go.
Yeah.
They have to go.
Yeah. And
so this is this.
And that's ahead, and if you love you, and if you some person that really love your people, if you're really into the truth, man, this word comforts you, man. The scriptures say that all Israel's gonna be saved. So you know you're gonna see that spirit again, okay? If you're the man of the Lord, the Most High dealing with you, eventually you're gonna come to terms with that, and then you're gonna understand, like, you know what? I love my people, but these niggas just ain't got it on this side, so they have to go in order for everyone to be okay. Okay, they have to go for the greater good, man. You know, like Esau was trying to put that in movies, trying to justify killing everybody, you know, kill a few for the greater good. But that's what's gonna have to happen, man. 2/3 of our people have to go for the greater good for the whole nation. Okay, to be okay, you know.
That's right.
Oh, you go ahead.
I'm
Okay.
I'm gonna read this last verse for you. This is 2nd Ezra 8:55. It says, "And therefore ask thou no more questions concerning the multitude of them that perish, for when they had taken liberty, they despised the Most High, thought scorn of his law, and forsook his ways." Man, so we're not gonna feel sorry for 2/3 of our people when they get cut down, especially when the word for years has been pushed and it's getting exponentially more powerful
Mm-hmm.
in the vibration that it's going out in. You know what I'm saying? So there ain't no excuse for Jake.
That's right. There is no excuse, man. The word has been going out. It's been broken down thoroughly. Okay. Like I said, the word has gone out all over the ends of the earth when you read Psalms the 19th chapter. All right. So the word and the knowledge you have about Shemel Shah is a click away. Okay. So like I said, there's no, like
That's
the
right.
brother quoted, there's no cloak for their maliciousness now. So they had their chance, and they continuously having their chances, man. But that spiritual arc, that door is closing very quickly. Judging by the times that we're in and how quickly the Most High speed the day is up, we ain't got too much longer in this place, man.
That's right.
Things are happening at an alarming rate. Okay, and so was it on that up?
That's it on that,
Okay,
brother.
yeah, Yaquab, you still here? You still on?
Yeah, Khan, I'm still here.
Okay, come on. Do you have a precept or anything?
Yeah, I got one more. I got Matthew 24.
Okay,
I can bring that one. All right, so this is Matthew 24, verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time.
right. There's great
No,
tribulations coming, man. All right, like I read earlier in Jeremiah 30, that time of Jacob's trouble is coming, man. Go ahead up.
of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
Right. So, like I just said, man, those days are being shortened for the elect's sake, man. All right. Otherwise, no flesh is going to be saved, man. Why? Because Esau is going too hard right now. He's acting a damn fool, man. Okay. And if he continues to go on his path, and if Most High allows him, then man, everyone's going to be dead. Man, he's going to be dead. The earth is going to be split in 40 pieces. All right. The earth is going to blow up. Okay, everything's gonna be completely fucked up. Excuse my language, but that's how it's gonna be, man. Okay, if these days continue the way it is, man, that's why Esau has a balance that he can't go past when you read Job the 14th chapter. Okay, but these days are being shortened for the sake of the elect, man, and for
That's
nothing
right.
else, man, for the elect to be saved out of here, man. Otherwise, like I said, everybody's gonna be dead. You know, was it on that, Yaakov?
Khan, that was it on that.
Okay, somebody can grab a Revelation. If you don't want us to have a precept, if y'all can grab a Revelation chapter 12, so the verse 12.
All right, so Revelation chapter 12, verse 12.
Con.
Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short
Right,
time.
he has a short time, man, and Esau knows that. All right, and so that's why the spirit is going on hard on the men of the Lord to continuously push and push harder, man, because the time is getting short. Okay, Esau is losing his grips on rulership, and so he's about to throw a big ass hissy fit, man. All right, he's about to lose it on Jake. Okay, and he's gonna take it out on you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. He's gonna try to put y'all death and really start his new world and get that birthright and try to remove everyone out the way. Why? Because his propaganda and his words and his doctrine wasn't working for the whole nation to be swept away. All right, he had 2/3, but he didn't get the elect. So now what he's gonna do? He's gonna kill 2/3, but he's also gonna try to get out the elect since all his enchantments and his doctrines and his lies didn't work, man. Okay, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. So now he's about to just turn to a physical thing and try to physically remove us out the way. You know, and that's the time we're coming in, man. Is that in on that?
I got one.
Okay, come on, go ahead.
This is Second Ezra 9:9. It says, "Then shall they be in a pitiful case, which now have abused my ways,
Mm-hmm.
and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments."
All right.
And that's going back to our people, man. 2/3, man, that don't want to get with the program of the Heavenly Father, repent, leave all this nonsense that we've learned in the world behind, man, and have that faith that we're gonna get delivered out of this madness, man. You know?
Khan.
It says, and they that dwell, Salaki, it says, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. It says, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me.
All right, they receive benefits.
That's
Oh,
Jake.
yep, go ahead.
Now you got it
Yo,
out.
so yeah, that's Jake, bro. Have received benefits and have not known the Heavenly Father, man. All right, they received an okay job on this side. All right, able to provide for the family. Okay, certain blessings. Okay, coming to money, or whatever it is, man. Any type of blessing that they received, but they didn't know the Heavenly Father, man. All right, go ahead.
It says, and they that have loathed my law while they had yet
Right,
liberty
they load.
and went as yet.
Oh, go ahead.
Kind,
Yeah, no, go ahead, finish that part, bro. Salaki.
kind. It says, and when they had, and they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it.
Right, so they loathe the law of the Heavenly Father, man. All right, they despise the words of Heavenly Father, man. You can see it on Jake when you actually tell them about trying not to eat pork, and you have a valid reason according to the scriptures, or commit adultery or lying or anything like that, man. That they hate the law, man. They really hate the Most High on this side. You know what I'm saying? Jake really hates correction, man. They try to put that only God can judge me, but how does God judge, man? All right, how does he talk to people? He speaks to men through his prophets. And Jake don't be wanting to hear that, man. Jake don't want to hear the actual truth, man, because they just want to hear smooth things so they can continue their BS. All right, and they got liberty on this side, man. We're in the law of grace right now. We're in the time of grace, so we're in the time period to get ourselves right to the best of our ability. And what are they doing, man? They're using it to wax worse and worse, versus getting better and better. Delving themselves more into this society. Right? Go ahead, bro.
It says, the same must know it after death by pain.
Right, they're gonna have to know about death by pain, man. They're gonna have to have a grievous death. They're just not gonna be put to death. All right, they're gonna be put to death by pain, man, through a torturous, agonizing death, man. No matter what it is, how about Shah has set up for them. Okay, they're gonna catch a bad one that day. You know?
That's right, brother.
Is it more than
And
that?
especially
Yeah.
for you Israelites, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm gonna read this last verse, but I would just want to say this, man. Especially for these Israelites, man, they're scoffing against the men who taught them, man,
Yeah,
and just being complete demons, man. Y'all gonna know it by death by pain. You gonna understand the true power of the Lord, man.
that's
You
right,
know,
man. That's why the Most High is gonna manifest through His shows and all, man. So, like the brother said, yeah, all that game playing, all that scoffing, coming to the comment boards, okay. Okay, you got niggas that wait on Saturdays. They literally wait for their alerts to go off for us to get on live or do a show for them to get on the comment board to scoff, man. That's what their whole day consists of. They sit around and wait for their phone to go off to get on the comment board and fuck with the men of the Lord, man. And they gonna have the worst deaths, man. Why? Because they had a little bit of knowledge and they know better. Okay, but
that's
they such demons though. Okay, that they can't help themselves, man. The Most High someone got to be the 2/3. Somebody got to scoff. But vessels fit for destruction, man. At the end of the day, along with Esau, you know. Go ahead,
Yeah, this is verse 13. It says, and therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved.
right? And so that's
Who's
that's what we're supposed to worry about, man. Not how the ungodly is supposed to be punished, how the righteous is gonna be saved, man. How to get out of all this hell that's prescribed in the scriptures, man. That's what that
exactly
that's what needs to be worried about. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, man. Worry about how you gonna get out of here, man, and being a part of that elect. Don't focus
trying
on
to live, man?
trying to live, man. I'm trying to make it, man. The hell with how these niggas that don't want to live gonna die.
Fuck them, man.
Yeah. Shit, at the end of the day, who cares, man? I'm trying to get out of here, man. I'm trying to rule, okay? I'm trying to be one of the first fruits, man. I ain't trying to be a part of no ass whooping that Yahweh Shemiah Shah has set up for the planet, man. Okay, I'm trying to scarcely make it, you know?
Right.
Was there any more on that?
Nah, that was it on that.
Okay. Did anybody else have anything?
I don't think I had any other ones.
Well, I have one just pretty much going into the Israel, being wicked and with the Most High, he's going. Oh, I'll just bring it out actually. Here's
Come.
Proverbs
Kind.
chapter 1. I'm gonna start at verse 24.
Yeah.
Because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded, but ye have set at naught all my counsel, and with none of my reproof, man. So the Most High, is man. And if you read the scriptures, he's countless times he's tried to reach out to Israel, through his prophets, and other methods, like it says in I believe Isaiah chapter 1. Come, let us reason together, saith the Lord. He's tried so many times to bring you back or bring back Israel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for their backsliding, he's gonna ultimately destroy them, like it says here, verse 27, or select verse 26. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh.
Mm-hmm.
When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, you know what I'm saying? So when all these things are happening to you in that day of darkness, in that time of Jacob's trouble, man, the Most High is going to laugh at you, along with the angels and the men of the Lord, you know?
Uh-huh.
And then shall they call upon me. And verse 28, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me, man. So when that, when they're in that in those times of troubles, then they're gonna start calling on the Most High, to save them. But the Most High, he already tried reasoning with you, man. And at that time, it's gonna be too late.
Yep, it's gonna be real too late, man. That's why that famine of word is gonna come, and then that's gonna be beautiful because then everyone's gonna be trying to seek the truth. Even these niggas on the comments boards that are talking shit and just scoffing. Okay, they even gonna be one at that day trying to get the correct breakdowns, man. Okay, and they're gonna
That's
and
right.
they're gonna be SOL in that day, man. They not gonna have that light to guide them, man. Because at that time, Joshua made a good point a couple weeks ago. It's gonna be about your spirit at that time. It's gonna have to be split decisions in the spirit, and that's gonna determine life or death, man. And only the men of the Lord that has that spirit is gonna be able to maneuver and to safety, man. That's why I say wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our time. I believe that Brother Yadakar quoted earlier, man. And everyone else ain't gonna have that, man. All right, when all this death and destruction and hell come through, then they're gonna be trying to seek the name and all that stuff and try to remember the Hebrew and all this, But it ain't gonna be. It's not gonna work for them. Why? Because they didn't come when the Most High had His hand extended. They continuously slapped it away,
Mm-hmm.
spit a loogie in the Most High's hand instead of taking His hand. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
That's right. That's why, what I'm saying, the scriptures talk about making notarian to turn to the Lord, man,
Mm-hmm.
and putting that off from day to day, because we don't know when this thing gonna all hit. But like, that's a beautiful point that you made about Yashawamba that he did in a live show, man. The Most High is looking for your overall integrity. Like Job asked, let me be weighed in the balance. Let my integrity be weighed in the balance.
Mm-hmm.
Because we go off, we men in the flesh, so we can't keep what the Most High requires of us through the law perfectly, but we want to be judged according to just our intent, basically.
Yeah.
That was the point that Brother Yashawamba made. And hopefully the Most High will show favor and just grant that mercy.
Yeah. Yeah. That that
You know what I'm
that we're
saying?
that we're like we're part of the house of David, man. Because David went off, but what? He was a man after the Most High's heart.
That's
He
right.
had excellent intentions toward the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And so that's the kind of that's the state that we're coming in, man. The state of Yahushua, man, pleasing the Father, man, be about the Father's business, okay, and hoping that we've done enough to actually receive that mercy, okay, instead of not getting what we deserve, receive that mercy through the grace. Was it
Con.
was it on that Yaakov? We have some more.
Yeah, there's a little more.
Okay.
Pretty much what y'all were talking about, how they loathe the word of the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, verse 29. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord, they would none of my counsel, and they despised all my reproof. Man, so these people, they just hate. When you try and speak words of wisdom, telling them, hey, don't do this, don't do that. According via the scriptures. According to what the Most High want has ordained for you, to benefit you. People don't want to hear that. Like these brothers were saying, man, they hate the Most High. They want to do what pleases them.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right.
That's it on that
So,
on that.
okay. Do you have anything else, Yadaka?
Yeah, I got one more. Was you finished, Yaquab?
Yeah, that was it on that.
Yeah. I guess we can close out with this one then if nobody else don't got nothing.
Darn.
But I got this one. This is Psalms 119 and 9. It says, "Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way?
Mm-hmm.
By taking heed thereto according to thy word."
Right. So that's.
So
Oh, go ahead, bro.
yeah,
No, go ahead.
nah, you got it. You got it, brother.
No, I was just say, yeah, man. That's how we cleanse our way by taking heed, man. And that's what makes our people filthy on this side, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, instead of what they thinking just because they dunk themselves in some water, that's what makes them clean. No, man, taking heed to the Heavenly Father, man. That's what cleanses your way. All right, that's what makes you clean inside of Heavenly Father, man. All right, otherwise, people walk around here dirty as hell and in a dead state, man. All right, so that's why people are filthy, and that's why we call our people ugly and disgusting and just filthy, man. Why? Because they're not taking heed to the words, man. They're not taking heed to the true water.
Mm-hmm.
This is the water that washes you. Okay, it washes your spirit, man. It washes your spirit, and then it gives you, and that's when you have good intentions, man. And that's what's gonna ultimately get the elect saved up out of here. Okay,
Exactly.
cleansing that spirit, man. Just not cleansing the outward flesh. Dunk yourself some cold ass nasty water, man. You know. Was it a
Yep.
boy in that arc, or you gonna speak on it?
Nah, that was pretty much the point, man. That was just a banger right there. I mean, the whole chapter in Psalms 119 is beautiful, but that's pretty much the way it go, man. If our people don't want to be cleansed of that filthiness, they gonna die right in it,
Mm-hmm.
alongside of that enemy that they've taken hold and trust so much. But our enemy, like we've been going into, man, he's about to reveal who he is, man.
Yeah.
Esau back is against the wall, so he already has plans to population reduce and all of this. So about to begin, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's justifiable because 2/3 of our people, they're just plain wicked, man, and they refuse to hearken like we've been going into to the word of the Heavenly Father.
That's right. So the Most High is going. Esau is his whipping stick. He's already been whooping us with Esau. Now he's gonna use him as a killer instrument to bring ultimate judgment on our people, man. All right.
That's right.
You know. So anybody else have your closing remarks or anything like that?
No, I'm
Yeah.
good.
All right.
Nah,
Well.
brothers, you know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Hey, it came out. So Salakia, I wish the brother Mike Yalla could have continued with this, but hey, that's Satan, man.
Yeah.
You
Say.
know?
Yeah. I think it says his battery went dead, and he was trying to jump back on, but Satan wasn't. Satan wasn't letting it back on. So yeah, that's part of the fight. Satan's ruling the world through the so-called white man, so he's trying to keep his rulership as long as possible till Yahushua comes back, and then righteousness gonna rule. So that's something we gotta deal with, you know. But
I'm glad it came out. Still, you know, we was able to finish at least. So
yeah. Well, Lord willing, brothers edified. Okay, boost us up in the spirit, man. All right. So with that, we just want to give all praises to Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushua.
Yeah,
Yahweh Shai.
sure.
All right. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessing to the elect, preaching and living the word of sincerity and truth, the house of David. All right. Shalom.
Shalom.